Hi, I'm Bob with Wolfe Ridge. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of maintenance on this 28C compact commercial log splitter in front of me. This was a trade-in machine and it's going to go off to its new owner. We already put the new bronze slides on it and did a couple other things to it, but right now I'm going to do an engine oil change and I want to show you guys how easy it is to do that. So first things first, we're going to want to start this engine up and let the engine oil warm up a little bit. That'll get the oil a little bit thinner and it'll be easier to flow. It'll be easier to drain out of the engine, and we'll be able to get the job done a little bit quicker then as well. So first I'm going to make sure that we have the gas on, and as you can see, the gas is turned off right now. Whenever you're transporting your log splitter or it's going to sit for a really long time, turn this gas valve off and let the engine starve for fuel till it shuts off. That way you're keeping fuel out of the carburetor, and also you're going to keep it from wanting to flood as this thing is bouncing down the road if you're towing it anywhere. So right now we're going to turn the fuel valve on. We have our on-off switch over here. We're going to flip that into the on position. Then we've got our choke and throttle. I usually like to put these kind of like midway, so we'll go there and we'll give it a pull. All right, so I'm gonna let this thing warm up for a little bit. I'm gonna go gather the rest of the tools right now. I've got tools laid out for the job. Have the drain pan, have a little funnel, 12 millimeter for the oil drain plug, and a quart of oil. I'm gonna grab a 3/8 ratchet to hook onto that yet. We're gonna use 10W30 because this is gonna be a summer operational machine. If you are gonna use this in winter or super cold weather, we would recommend to change to 5W30 for the cold climates. It's a lot easier to start that engine with the 5W30 oil in it when it's cold. So here you've got the drain plug, and here we've got the dipstick and oil fill. So I'm going to slide the oil drain pan underneath of here. Now this is going to probably run down here and run a little bit backwards in this area too. So I got a couple of shop rags. I'll try to make a little bit of a dam here and here. So I'm just going to take a shop rag, kind of stick it there, and take another one, kind of stick it there. Then we've got our 12 millimeter socket on the ratchet here. Take this off. And we'll set that drain plug aside for now, and then we can also open the fill plug here. That'll allow air to flow through, help it drain a little bit faster. All right, we'll come back over here. I'm going to try to kind of wipe some of this up before I put the drain plug back in, but I might have to clean this with some parts cleaner. And you can see there's a washer right here. You don't want to lose that, because that's going to act as a seal when you tighten this back up. Put the ratchet back on. I would say give this like a 1/16 of a turn after it's tight. These do not need to get overly tightened, and I will look at what the actual torque spec is supposed to be, and we'll double check that. I'll put that on the screen right here for reference. Now we have our funnel, and this would work a lot better with a flexible spout funnel, but I'm going to be using this one, and like I said, we're going to be using 10W30 oil. I'm going to do my best to get this into the crankcase. So I'm bending the funnel a little bit, and this is going to take this whole quart, but I recommend to not pour it super fast because you might end up coming out that fill hole. So just doing a controlled pour here. All right, you can see that we're up to here, and we'll call that good. So what I'm gonna do is put this back in. We're gonna start it back up, make sure it sounds good, and then we're gonna be done. Now, I know that there's gonna be more of this seeping out of here, so I'm gonna leave this sit here. And that's just another selling point for having a drain tube on. And when, like I said, when you get to the HOs and the SHOs, you get that drain tube, but you could always add your own drain tube as well to any of these other machines. All right, now we've got the engine oil filled back up. So I'm gonna turn the ignition switch back on, go about half throttle. Probably won't have to choke it since we just ran it. I'm going to shut the fuel off, and I'm actually going to let this thing run out of fuel completely. All right, now the engine's completely out of fuel. We're ready to ship this thing. And our engine oil change is complete. It was pretty simple. Took me about a half hour, including doing all the video work and moving the camera a bunch of times. So realistically, this is something that you could do probably in 20 minutes if you've got the tools all set out for yourself. You might be able to do it a little bit cleaner than I did. I had thought about maybe putting masking tape around the bottom of the engine and the frame there to kind of direct the oil away from going underneath the engine. So that's something to think about. Again, we used 10W30 in this machine because this is going to be used in the summer. Spring, summer, fall, 10W30 is great. In the winter or in harsh cold climates, we recommend running 5W30 in the splitter. It's a lot easier to start that engine with that 5W30 oil in it on a cold day. Remember to schedule time to maintain your equipment, or your equipment will end up scheduling the time for you. If you want more information on any of the Wolfe Ridge products, please check out our website, www.wolferidgemfg.com. You can give us a call or send us an email. I'll make sure I put those links in the description for you guys. I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you for the support. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on what's next at Wolfe Ridge.